Well, 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, if you'd have come out of that fucking corner like a raging fucking bull, you know, we might be having a different conversation right now.
Do you feel like Ian's too nice to his opponents? In the press conference, he wanted to build Islam up. He's been nice about him all week.
I think that Ian's a classy guy is what I think. And, you know, he always shows class. He did, you know, before the fight, he goes over and shakes, you know, all the corners' hands and all that stuff. It's great. But bell rings, you got to switch. You got to switch all that going. You definitely got to do it in the 5th round after the, you know, he fought a great fight against Islam, who, you know, everybody in this room and everybody else is saying, well, we might start talking about GOAT.
And still the...
Let's go, champ. Hey, Ali, did you order, bro? Oh, really? I'm hungry too. Uber, you think I'm over? Hey, do you guys think I'm overeating?
Psychologically, I didn't get the pep talk. The two in-ring pep talks during the fight that he gave Islam. I didn't get it.
Ian is good opponent, you know, and very hard to fight with someone who stand and wait, you know. He just waiting, and very hard to show good performance with someone like that. He like stand, I see his leg, try to take him down. He have like some good defense, you know, but very hard to show good performance with someone like that.
You clearly won the first 2 rounds, and then 2 of the judges gave him the 3rd and the 4th. So it was, you know, getting pretty close in that 5th round. Did you feel you needed to go and, you know, get that takedown with a few minutes left and just close the fight strong?
Of course, this is some of them give 1 rounds or 4th rounds, but I feel I won the 3 rounds, before the last round, you know. But Khabib and all corners say you have to win the last round, and on the last round, I feel I can take him down, do something more, you know, because this 3rd and 4th round not like very tough, and I have like power to finish, to show the good performance end of the fight, you know.
And you dropped him with that head kick in the 2nd. Did you think you were going to be able to get him out of there in that moment?
Yeah, I just told in some media, he happy I don't have big leg, you know. I just catch him with my fingers, and it's good shot, you know. After that, I try to land it some punch, go crazy, you know, don't control my emotion, and almost finish him.
Islam has now done pretty much everything there is to do in this sport. This was his 7th straight title fight. He's broken Anderson Silva's record, become a 2-division champion, reached the #1 pound-for-pound spot, and now he's part of the 100th victory for his team. At this point, what is even left to prove? That's what makes these moments interesting. He's already accomplished things most fighters can only dream about, yet every new win adds another piece to the legacy. The records are piling up, the championships are there, and now the question becomes, how much further can Islam actually take this?
It's still it's special because we still made the history. It's Abdul Manap legacy. It's all about our discipline, about our school, Abdul Manap Nurmagomedov school. And I just told you guys, it's not finishing today or tomorrow. It's gonna go until the MMA we have this sport.
After 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and Islam Makhachev gets the unanimous decision. The cards come back 49-46, 49-46, and 48-47, and that's enough to keep him as the undisputed UFC welterweight champion. It was a competitive fight, but the judges ultimately gave Makhachev the edge, and he leaves with the belt still firmly around his waist.
It's not like my hardest fight, you know. Doesn't matter how its fight is gonna go, easy or hard. From the first minute to last second, I'm going to war. I'm gonna fight every second.
Whoa, calm down. Islam Makhachev gets the biggest moment of the fight when he catches Ian Garry with a head and arm throw and holds him down for a couple of minutes. But let's be honest, he does absolutely nothing with it. No damage, no meaningful advancement, nothing. And somehow that ends up being the defining moment of Makhachev's performance. Because for the other 24 minutes, what exactly was he doing? He was getting outstruck on the feet, or he was holding Garry against the cage with a body lock without advancing position whatsoever.
Down, and Islam Makhachev hits him with a head and arm throw and holds him on the ground for a couple of minutes after that, doing 0 damage whatsoever. But that was the biggest moment of this fight, and it was Islam Makhachev's moment. When I tell you, other than that, all Makhachev did for 24 minutes was either be outstruck by Ian Garry on the feet, hold him against the cage with a body lock, and not advance position whatsoever. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. I'm gonna get backlash again. I feel like I'm going crazy.
Ian Garry in his prime was beating the version of Ian Garry we saw tonight. I genuinely thought Garry was gonna win a decision, and honestly, if he doesn't give up his back in the final moments of the 5th round, I think he should have gotten the decision, because up until that point, especially in rounds 3 and 4, Garry was doing exactly what he needed to do at range on the feet. If he gets back up in that 5th round and continues fighting at distance the way he had been, I think he's cruising toward a 3-2 decision over Islam Makhachev.
A title fight in recent history, which the entire MMA fan base considers lame. And it's pathetic. It's a lame, pathetic way to win fights. Round 2 head kick, very big moment for Islam Makhachev, and I'm just going to call it how it is. This is a great win. Ian Garry in his prime, beating Ian Garry right now, I thought Ian Garry was going to win a decision, and to be fair, if he didn't get his back taken in round 5, well, the judges would have still scored it to Makhachev, but I think he should have won. Like, if he didn't get his back taken in round 5 at the end, where Makhachev did nothing but hold on to his back, if he was able to get back up and just do what he was doing for the 3rd and 4th at range on the feet, he would have been smooth sailing towards a 3-2 decision over Islam Makhachev, but Makhachev made that adjustment. However, I accept this was a dangerous matchup for Makhachev. It really is. A very dangerous competitive matchup. And this win...
Dana White says Ian Garry lost to Islam Makhachev because he didn't have enough killer instinct. And honestly, I agree with that. Garry is clearly talented, but in that 5th round, he had an opportunity to change the fight. And if he had even a little more urgency, maybe he doesn't allow Makhachev to take his back and control those final moments. That's the frustrating part. Garry had shown enough throughout the fight to make this competitive, but when the biggest moment came, he didn't seize it. And why is it always the opponent's responsibility to make these fights exciting? Why do these talented fighters wait for something to happen instead of taking control and creating the moment themselves?
Dana White, and we can go into this right here. Dana White says Ian Garry lost to Islam Makhachev because he didn't have any killer instinct. Ian's a talented guy. If he had an ounce of killer instinct in that 5th round, you don't come out and... I agree. Ian Garry needed to have more killer instinct in that fight. Why is it always on the opponent to make the fight interesting and exciting?
The problem with all those stalemates is that they actually preserved energy for both guys. If Islam is standing there waiting for Garry to make the first move, and Garry is doing the same thing, neither guy is being forced to spend much energy. And that matters because if you let Ian Garry preserve his energy, you're also letting him preserve his power. So there was never really a point in this fight where exhaustion completely took that big moment away from Garry. The possibility of a Leon Edwards type moment, that sudden head kick, or one massive shot that changes everything was always there to some degree. That's what made this fight so tense. Even when not much was happening, you were always sitting there wondering if Garry could produce that one explosive moment.
Islam, come get me so I can knee you in the face. Hey Garry, come get me so I can catch something and tackle you. Because of that though, because of some of those stalemates, it preserved energy. And if you preserve energy with Ian Garry, you're allowing him to preserve power. So there was never a point in this fight where exhaustion was reached or where Garry's hope of a potential Leon type moment, big head kick, something like this, like there was never a time where that wasn't on the table to a degree. So, you know, it was kind of an edge of the seat fight. While I saw some numbers after it. It was like the lowest strike count in title fight history, or for welterweight history. Like the activity was the lowest. But I was never bored. There was a constant feel of something might happen. Now, the highest praise I can give Garry, and he does.
What surprised me most was probably Jan's takedown defense, because he made it difficult for Islam to get anything going consistently. Jan is a good opponent, but he's also a very difficult guy to look good against because he stands there, waits, and reacts instead of giving you much to work with. Every time Islam tried to engage or get to his legs, Jan showed solid defensive awareness and made him work for those positions, and that creates a problem. How do you put on a spectacular performance when the guy in front of you is just standing there, waiting for you to make the first move? Jan's resistance and his ability to stay disciplined defensively made the fight much harder to dominate than it might look on paper.
I feel happy, thanks so much. Feel happy. Hard fight. It's good fight, good opponent. And now it's no more Anderson Silva, Islam Makhachev record. I like this.
What about the fight maybe surprised you the most? Was it like his resistance on the takedown? Was it his striking, if anything at all?
Jan is good opponent, you know, and very hard to fight with someone who stand and wait, you know. He just waiting, and very hard to show good performance with someone like that. He like stand, I see his leg, try to take him down. He have like some good defense, you know, but very hard to show good performance with someone like that.
Islam Makhachev gets his 17th straight win, and you can tell the significance of that moment isn't lost on him. It was a tough fight. He had a good opponent in front of him, but he got the job done, and now he's made history. Anderson Silva's record is no longer standing above him. That's the big takeaway here. Regardless of how competitive the fight was, or how difficult the matchup became, Makhachev found a way to get the win, and now that record belongs to him.